13 WMAC weather, sponsored by Premier Heating and Air.
All right, 6:08. We are ready for Thanksgiving here. I think all of us just counting down, but we got to get through all this rain first.
Yeah, today we're really going to be watching a storm threat later on tonight, but as soon as that gets out of here, like, break out the turkey. Let's go. Because, you know, no big weather thing is standing in the way between us and Thanksgiving after that. And this morning we have a couple showers standing in the way between us and the storms later on this afternoon. So here's a live look over downtown right now. We do have temperatures in the 60s across central Georgia. Right now in Macon at 62, but later on today headed to about 72 before we get into the night tonight, and that storm risk is going to be on the increase. 59 up in Atlanta, 50 in Athens, 49 in Blairsville. Meanwhile, it's closer to 70 the further south and west you get this morning down near Albany and Valdosta. Here's what's going on the radar right now. You can see here in Bibb County beginning to pick up on some sprinkles. This is going to be through downtown, down the southern stretch of 475 near the southern interchange, and then also down into Fort Valley. Looking at a pretty good rain, we'll say right now, not necessarily a downpour, but steady rain. Also into Marshallville down towards Montezuma, this sliding towards Interstate 75 in Houston County in the next little bit, and then a lot more rain off to the west. This is going to be in the Columbus area, extending back towards Montgomery, down near Pensacola and Mobile this morning. That's sliding towards central Georgia, but I don't think the rain necessarily is going to have a ton of luck making it into our region. Now through the day today, you are going to notice the winds ahead of this weather system going to be up there, gusting at over 30 miles an hour at times. And this is, again, not tied to the storms initially. Once we get the storms coming through later on and the front coming through, then it'll be tied to that. But it's going to be cloudy at times, and you're just going to notice a 30-mile-an-hour wind gust coming out of the south through the morning and afternoon hours before the wind gets out of here later on. Now, we are in a level 1 storm threat today for the gusty thunderstorm winds, but also a very low-end threat of a weak tornado across central Georgia will be a possibility. I do think that's going to be primarily down to the southwest, we'll say, in that level 2 area. However, not out of the picture for us. Again, I'm not that concerned about it, though. You can see by the noon hour, the storms would be really along Interstate 85. Those would be them there from just south of Montgomery up into, we'll say, the Carrollton area, and then that slides into central Georgia later on tonight. It's these storms here that we would be watching for the stronger side to show on the storms, and then that moves into the night tonight. Anything we do see getting out of here by, say, 1, 2 a.m., and then it'll be smooth sailing from there on out, waking up tomorrow to about partly cloudy skies across central Georgia. Now, how much rain are we talking? I think generally speaking, a ½ inch to an inch is a fairly safe bet. However, you see these purple bands in here, that would be over an inch of rainfall. Don't pay attention to the exact location. Just know that that's going to be a possibility in and around central Georgia. Once we get into tomorrow, going to be looking at temperatures in the 50s through the afternoon and then cooling down into the 40s by tomorrow night. That carries us into Thanksgiving Day, starting off in the 30s across central Georgia, a mix of sun and clouds. And then through Thanksgiving Day, I think the clouds are really going to begin to build in, ending the day overcast across central Georgia with temperatures in the 50s still by about 9 o'clock on Thanksgiving night. So going with a high temperature around 61, a quiet weather day and partly cloudy skies for Thanksgiving. Sunset at about 5:30, winds out of the west-northwest at 5 to 10. As for today, on and off rain with those potential storms later. Notice I'm still using the word potential. I don't even think it's a slam dunk just yet. Sunrise at 7:10 this morning. Here's your 7-day forecast. Once we get past today, temperature is going to be below average for the long haul. 63 tomorrow, 61 for Thanksgiving itself, followed by 62 on Black Friday. We should be around 67 for this time of year, so this below average stuff continuing into next week.